Woo! All right. The moment you've all been waiting for. We all knew this moment was coming. What a glorious moment. Here we go. Keenan, don't get bounced up out of here. All right. Somebody's begging to go. And they're gone. So now that we're here, wow. Guess it's time for the intro. Yeah, it's time for the intro. Hi, I'm Carcino. Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. We are back. We are back. And let's talk about it. Today was day 2 of the NBA draft. Okay. Starting off with the 31st pick, the Toronto Raptors had this pick, and Scotty Barnes is now their star player who they're going to build around. So they've recognized that. So they want to help him out by giving him somebody that is going to work and do great jobs and, and be complimentary to Scotty Barnes. So not too much pressure is on him. So they want a cheaper version of Pascal Siakam or OG. So Masai Missouri decided the best way to do that is grab the big man from San Francisco. He's a walking double-double. That Jonathan Mogbo, now I'm surprised he didn't go in the first round. I guess because he's in San Francisco, nobody really paid too much attention to it, but they should have been paying attention to him. If it wasn't for the debate, I would have been here a lot sooner. I was watching the presidential debate. But yes, I was waiting to clear everything out so we can get into this. So let's go through these picks, and then we going into Bronny. I give them, that's excellent for what Toronto wants to build. They good with bigs, playing with bigs and moving around the way they do with bigs. They're really good. That's a good step in the right direction for them. Pick and rolls, great touch on his shot. He's not scared at all. Utah had the 32nd pick, and they took this Kyle Velasco, whatever his name is, Velasquez. I don't even know. I've never seen him really play at all. Somebody told me all I know is he's 7 foot tall. That's all I can tell you about him. I can't tell you how great he is. I don't even remember that guy. I don't even know what school he went to. At 33, the Bucks took Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith was the essential. Now repeat, essential. I prefer me too. Tyler Smith for the Bucks. I don't really see him. I think it's going to take him some years to develop, but him I know. He played in the G League. I don't really expect too much from him, but the kid's only 19 years old. So don't expect nothing for him for at least 2, 3 years in development. Uh, I mean, he's playing with Giannis. He's not going to really play with Giannis. He'll be learning on that team, but who knows, right? Tyler Kolek, I don't really know. I know of him because Milwaukee talk about him a lot. I thought the Bucks would take him, but they didn't take him, and that he fell out of the first round. Like a lot of people had him going in the first round. Um, what he did at Marquette, I thought for sure the Milwaukee Bucks was going to take him. Something's going on there that everybody stayed away from him. I don't know why Tyler Kolek fell down so far as a guard. He led all the college players in assists. He's averaging almost 8 assists a game. He's a floor general. And man, the Knicks got a steal there. That was from that was from the Trailblazers pick. So that's a steal for the Knicks. I don't know why he falls so far. He's somebody we actually know up here. Rich Paul said Bronny wasn't signing a G League contract, only an NBA contract. He hadn't even made the team yet. He hadn't even made final roster, but we already know he's gonna be on the final roster. So I feel bad for those guys who really should be on the final roster. But it's not about actual gameplay anymore. It's all about this new marketing thing. So we gonna get to that. The Pacers took Johnny Furphy or whatever. I think somebody tried to say Murphy and end up saying Furphy, and that became their last name. And they just say, well, hell, we Furphy. Don't call us Murphy. I don't really see anything from him that jumps off the screen. Yeah, he's just a catch and shoot guy. It's real skinny, light. I don't think anything from him really in that situation. Now, the Spurs and the Pacers did a swap of trades, and the Spurs got Juan Nunez, a scrappy guard. He's a playmaker, great passer, can't shoot, but Pop don't need him to shoot right now. He could work with that. The fact that he likes to give up the ball, he could score, but not a good shooter. Bobby Clintman, the Detroit Pistons, finally, the second pick is better than their first pick. At 37, this is the Wake Forest freshman. I just don't like freshmen coming in there, but he can actually play a little bit. I still think that he's soft, and that was my only drawback with the pick that they got. But he showed promise from the perimeter, but that's not where we need people. We need toughness. Detroit is about toughness, and we got a soft Australian, and we don't need that. But he's decent. I mean, hell, he's big enough where we can put him in at the forward position. He can help. He can hit some some open shots. That's about it. Now, OKC got AJ Mitchell. Now, here's another guy who can't shoot, and he's injury prone. And this is why OKC got this pick from the Knicks, and they just took it. And AJ Mitchell can't shoot, he can score. He's a scorer. And I think that's why they like about him. And Sam Presti went out and got him because they said, hey, this dude's averaging 20 points a game. He ain't gonna pass the ball. He's just gonna shoot. He gonna score. He's not that good of a shooter to me, but he's a scorer of the basketball. 6'5", that's a good size for him. Plus he knows how to score. That's what they like. So many guards in OKC. 39, Jalen Wells went to the Memphis Grizzlies. Well, he transferred. He came from Division II to Washington State, and he was the best shooter on the team. I mean, Jalen Wells can shoot, but he's too timid on setting screens and picks. So if you want Jalen Wells, he's gonna have to toughen up on those screens and picks and get more of a basketball play IQ. And he should be he should be good to go. But he's a knockdown shooter. He's like over 40% shooter from three. So you're gonna have to respect that. Also, Dario, I never really saw too much of him. I knew Tyler got all the press, but he was the other forward on that team in Marquette. And he's got excellent footwork. I know if he played at Marquette, footwork is a requirement. So he's going to have that. Pick and roll, back cuts, back screen, drops. He's going to be well schooled on the game of basketball. That comes hand in hand. Well, Bona went to the 76ers at 41. He was doing pick and roll, 5-on-5 scrimmage games. Him with Jared McClain, they was doing great work. I still think defensively, he needs to learn how to not rush things. He's a walking 6 fouls sometimes because he has no patience. I think he has to learn control. And once he learns that control, he can get to the next level and start upping his game. Well, that's what everybody wants to know. And that's what's on the table. So, yeah, I'll watch Power after this. They just like the new Power episode, it just hit. I'm like, all right, put it on. But still, the whole world is caught in this we gotta win right now, and whoever we draft, they gotta be ready to go. Because this whole internet world now is all about now.
Hey, what up? It's your man, Nico. Honest.
They're like, we need it now. So the Charlotte Hornets had KJ Simpson. He was playing. He gonna be playing with LaMelo Ball. That's a good guy for him. You need a guy who could, a little short guy who can actually play point and move around and do the things that need to be done. Other than that, don't even bother. He's undersized, but let Melo do that and let him do all the hard work. He's a hard worker, though. Can't shoot the three like that. Everybody's like, no, he's improved on his three. He's not a good shooter. He's good at distributing the basketball and playing with speed. KJ Simpson is fast. Hard worker, can get there. Atlanta Hawks, Nikola Dzersky. He's at Nikola. Yeah. I don't know nothing about him. Don't know anything about him. He went to the Atlanta Hawks. I just know nothing about that guy. Um, I knew nothing about him. He's a guard that just came out of nowhere, but the Atlanta Hawks got him. Pele Larson from Arizona. He averaged about 20. He played all 4 years in college. To be in his position to distribute the basketball, his passing rate wasn't really great. He only averaged about 2 assists a game, but he's a shooting guard and, his potential translates well for the Miami Heat type of guard. Maybe they could develop him and work him up. He's a system player. 45, Jamal Sheed. One of the toughest guards in the draft. Played in Houston for all 4 years. Great on defense. He's a menace on the ball screens. He wasn't 100% healthy yet coming back from an ankle injury, but still was the best point guard in that 5-on-5 scrimmage. So Jamal Sheed could play. I think he's going to have a long career. Jamal Sheed could play the game. He's a hooper. So he's one of those guys you would call a dark horse pick. That's it for him. 46, Cam Christie, shooting guard. Now, we all know who Cam Christie, and his family is. Doug Christie and all those Christies. Now, he was getting a lot of first-round buzz, but his inconsistency in his play, that's probably why they said, we need him to develop a little bit more. He's a three-point shooter, but we need to see more development out of him. Antonio Reeves went to the Pelicans. Everybody, this is a guard-heavy draft. He's good in high-powered, clutch situations. Kentucky always went to Reeves down the stretch. He's found ways to improve. He shoot threes in clutch situations, but other than that, it hasn't really taken off yet to the level everybody else would expect. The Spurs took Harrison Ingram, another big guard forward. He played at Stanford. He reminds me a lot of the guy that who went to Stanford as well, that played on the Dallas Mavericks. That player. Who was that? Powell. He reminds me of Powell. That's Harrison Ingram. He's solid. He might knock down a three. To put him over there with Wemby to help him out, that'll be good for him. At 49, Tristan Newton. I'm like, Tristan Newton from UConn. So, yeah, he just came out of nowhere. He just got on a hot streak. You know how somebody get on a hot streak and they just start rolling? That was him. The NCAA championship game against Purdue, that's what got him really on the spotlight. He wouldn't have went this high. He probably don't get drafted if it wasn't for that NCAA tournament run. At 50, the Pacers took Enrique Freeman. Now, Freeman went on to being a walk-on in Akron to a starter, and he was the best player at that international. And then they took him to the G League Combine, and he, showed what he could do there. And Enrique Freeman ended up being a good pickup for them. He could play. And that's the thing about it. It's just that nobody really knows him, but he just walked on in Akron and became a starter, but he actually can ball. So we'll see what's going to happen with him. But I expect a lot out of him as a dark horse player too. I don't know anything about this guy from France, this Melvin Niguez that Dallas got. They saying the guy can slash and do all that, but I don't know nothing about him. At 52, the Golden State Warriors took Quentin Post. He went to BC. He's from the Netherlands, probably a walking stiff. I know nothing about him either. Cam Spencer. They got that pick from the Grizzlies. From the Timberwolves. He had a terrible combine, and that's what dropped him in this draft. Cam Spencer is not gonna make it. I don't think he's gonna make the playing roster. Can't believe he went that high though, but they wanted to give him a chance. And Anton Watson from Gonzaga, overrated. He's a role player, but definitely his 14 points would be 4 in the NBA. Trust me. I don't expect nothing out of Anton Watson. He's 6'8", he got some size, but you never know. Development, good coaching, training, he could be right there. And at 55, the Los Angeles Lakers select Bronny James. Bronny James, a 6'7" wingman who looks like he's more 6'5" than he is 6'7". No. He's got a 6'7" wingspan. That's what he got. I was gonna say, man, he ain't 6'7". He don't look never that tall. Scottie Pippen wasn't that great coming out of college, and he wasn't great in the league. Scottie Pippen had to improve. He worked on his game, and he was a shooting guard first, and he did pretty much like Anthony Davis. He grew. He kept growing, and then that's how he became so tall. But he still had some ball handling skills, but he lacked confidence. He was weak there. But now we've arrived at the 55th pick in the game. Bronny James. Now, let's get to this. Sino has told everybody it was no secret the Lakers was taking Bronny in the second round. I told you that's why they got this deal to air this stuff out. This was the play. They wanted this thing to work out so bad. So, yes, one of the main problems in this league is always been interference and bad decisions. This reminds me of the Lonzo Ball situation all over again, except this is not a talent pool draft at all. Not to take anything away from these young guys who got drafted, it's just not guys that are generational talent. If Bronny James was anything of what they thought he would have been selected in the first round by anybody. Nobody wanted Bronny James. So there was no chance of him. And if anybody tried to do something smart, Bronny was not going to sign and play with them, and they would have just wasted a draft pick. And then their lives would have been made a living hell by the NBA for screwing up their moment. And Bronny would have eventually went to the Lakers anyway. They would have picked him up on waivers or whatever. but he was going to the Lakers. So just let them draft him. So don't try any funny business and draft Bronny. Other teams is like, we don't want him. They don't even want LeBron on their team. They don't want the circus. We know he ain't coming here, so it's just all a dog and pony show. But my thing is, how does this help the NBA? How does this help the NBA? I like Bronny James. He's a young player who was trying to learn the game and trying to get better and do things his way. Is he ready for the NBA? Hell no. Should he be on the Los Angeles Lakers? Hell no. And it's an indictment to the game to have him out there for the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, he hasn't made the team yet, and everybody is freaking out. But if we're going to just put on sideshow events just for attention, it don't surprise me. What was it, last year or 2 years ago? They got Shaq's son and Scottie Pippen's son. Nobody cared. It was in the news for a day. Nobody cares. Bronny James is LeBron James' son. They're the first father-son to ever play in the NBA. Who cares? Who cares? At the end of the day, it don't matter. Nobody cares. Can y'all win a championship in Los Angeles? That's what they care about in Los Angeles. Can the Lakers win a championship? What are you building around us to make us win a championship? That's what they care about at the Lakers. Nobody hate Bronny. I like Bronny. Bronny has done nothing wrong. He's always, anybody I know who have met him, and I know because these are my cousins' generations, and they in AAU, they've all played with Bronny now. They know Bryce and Bronny and all of these guys, and they say, man, they cool. Like, they real cool people. They don't hang with nobody, though. Like they because, they can't. It's because they Bronny and Bryce. But when they ball and everything else, and like they kids. Like they do goofy stuff and corny crap I don't know nothing about. They do a lot of backpack stuff. So my thing is, they was like, yeah, man, they could ball. Like those guys can really play. Like Bronny, like Bronny is not as better as, like, they like Bryce. Like they the ones who put me on the Bryce, said Bryce is gonna be better. Bronny get rattled. You can get in his head, like, and just take him out the game completely. He won't even want the ball. When he got his father's DNA when it comes to that scared stuff. But if you push him, then he'll just get tough and go. But he got to really be pushed. Somebody got to call him out like, dog, you being soft, man. Come on, do something. And then he'll start, going off. But other than that, he needs to be like properly motivated. But he's a good kid. But are they rushing him along? Yes. I think Bronny, I'm looking at more concerned about Bronny's health than anything. I want him to be okay. No one seems to be concerned about his health. And I'm just like, okay, this guy just had a heart attack where he flatlined during the practice. Now, if that a freak accident, I don't know. But acting like he's going to be one of the greatest players of all time in this game is, it's a bit of a, overreach, but it's a storyline for the Lakers and the NBA, and they want to promote sideshow events and storylines. That's a bad precedence you're setting for the league moving forward in the future. Now it's going to be like, look, he juggles. Oh, man, look, that's going to be great. When we have like kids, NBA care events, we'll have him come out and do his juggling. Yeah, he's gonna juggle and stuff. Then let's say he catches the balls and starts shooting them into the basket as he's juggling them. Oh, that'd be great. Can we do that? It'd be like, that's great. We've never had a player we drafted that juggles like that. That'd be great. It'd be kind of like the Globetrotters. Yeah. And then we throw the balls, and then every time we give him three basketballs, he'll juggle them, then he'll catch them, and then like shoot them in a little like Papa shot baskets we got. The kids would go crazy. We'll sell some of his jerseys right then and there for the team. We got to find out what team to put him on though. Well, he had a lot of fans there, but we want him in a big market. Yeah, he's gonna sell. Let's put him in. Yeah, we want to build Atlanta up. Atlanta would love this. Oh, I got a better idea. Let's put him with the Clippers. Well, that way we have him in Los Angeles, and they have the circus, and then they got Tommy the Clown, and they have all the dancers. This would work perfect. NBA cares, and we'll hire the dancers there so we can show diversity, show that we're not racist again. Oh, this is great. Then you hire JJ Racist over there as your head coach. So now you stuck with him. KKK Reddick. You're gonna be like, I don't like that. KKK. Just call me KK. All right. Call me KK Reddick. All right, KK Reddick. We got him over there. Now, he said they hired the Grand Wizard as the Lakers coach. Oh man. He gonna be in there like, all right, we got to shoot around, and I got to go to a rally. So we hurry it up. Oh no, don't touch me. Just go, just go on in there. Oh my goodness, can you believe this is the Lakers? This is all they. This is all the team is right now. This is all the team is right now. I know it's trash, ain't it? Gosh, what happened to the prime Los Angeles Lakers, man? They used to be something that you could depend on to at least have a team. But it's not about the game anymore. It's got to be a sideshow. It's got to be a soap opera reality show event. It's not about the game. And once you mess with the integrity of the sport, you ruin it. I don't know how somebody can enjoy something after that. Well, oh yeah, I forgot to say the Cash App is Carcino. You want to donate to the Cash App? Thanks for the super chat, bro. I appreciate it. Okay, I went ahead and pinned it for you guys. Now, let's get to this. Bronny's average was like 4 points and 2 assists per game. Yeah, be brazy. You right. The Laker fans, he said, attention Laker fans. Lakers don't care about winning. They only care about making money. But they only make money when they win, not when they lose. If the Lakers don't make the play-in or the playoffs, they're done. If they don't have home games in the playoffs, they're done. So they got to, if they're in the play-in and they don't play at home and they get eliminated, Jenny Buss loses a lot of money. She can't afford that. She's going to be going into her private funds when it gets to that point. Rich Paul wasted his time calling people trying to make sure they didn't draft Bronny. Nobody wants Bronny, unfortunately, but nobody wants him. That's just the reality of it. Of course, Kurt Rambis don't want this. Nobody wants this, right? They want to get rid of all of this in the next 2-3 years. Bronny is not the future of the Los Angeles Lakers. Okay, he may play 1 or 2 years in the league. He can go join his daddy's team when they go to Las Vegas, and LeBron will put him on the team over there. But this is the problem with the league right now. They are not promoting the game. They're promoting sideshow events. So now you're telling everybody, like my buddy just told me, he's like, if all I knew to make it in the NBA is I can average 4 and 2, and that'll get me in the NBA, damn, I'd have did that a long time ago. I should be working out right now. I'm like, yeah, but you forgot one thing. Your daddy got to be LeBron James. Your daddy got to be LeBron. That's where it makes sense. So we got stopped on pick 55. Let's finish this out. 56, Kevin McCullough Jr. for the New York Knicks. He played with Hunter Dickerson. So that was, that's going to be a, good team, for the Knicks. I doubt he's seeing any playing time though, really. That's from the Suns picks to the Knicks. Then the Raptors took Urlik, Kamachi, whatever. I don't know nothing about this guy at all, so I can't give you anything on him. All I know is he's tall. The New York Knicks guy from the Mavs pick, they took Ariel Porkery or whatever. He's 6'11". He's from Germany, and that's all I know. Know nothing about this dude. And that's the draft. Now, let's go back to Bronny. What's up, Mr. Hey, what's up, Mr. Dorby? Bronny going to the Lakers. I'm finally convinced that the NBA has become the new WWF. It's been the WWF. And look at them. They already sabotaging it. They so mad now. Look, they are sabotaging it. They didn't came in and start knocking people off my live stream. Oh my goodness. Look at these people come in and try to knock me off the live stream. Oh, that's crazy. So what's up, Brandon? You still out there in Japan? Hit the like button, good people, because they're out here knocking people off the live stream. Mm-hmm. Oh, now it's coming back. See? That's what I'm talking about. Hit the like button up so they can know y'all here. We do real views here, no bots. Yes, I did cover Matias from the Bulls pick from from the elite. Yeah, we covered that on the first video. The Lakers, the greatest show on earth. That's the problem, man. It's so many sideshow events. This is why I don't like where the direction that they're going in, man. It's just not adding up for. No, they don't want it like that. I was the first one to show you where they're going. They're going to try to make this more international. Mm-hmm. Yeah. In what world is who is Bronny going to respond? See, the thing is that here's the problem. Bronny got to make the final cut. Rich Paul said Bronny ain't signing a G League contract, which you can't. Oh, I've already covered Sleepy Joe. But Bronny isn't signing a G League contract. He's only going to play in the NBA. And now he ain't even a G League player. He didn't make McDonald's All-American. They selected him after somebody got injured. No, Bronny has not made the final roster yet. They don't even have a final roster yet. What is he talking about? I mean, I feel bad. I like Bronny as a kid. Like he's a good, hardworking kid. He wants to make it in basketball on his own. He's not trying to ride off his father's name. He wants it to be about him. That's why he had his dad stay in the back, and Brian, he didn't want LeBron all in the light. Yeah, boy, yeah. He didn't want all that. He was like, please, just let me have my moment. So he wanted to stay in the front. But you're gonna be compared to LeBron. Your name is LeBron James Jr. And you didn't like being named LeBron James Jr. So Bronny is what you wanted to be called. So they called you Bronny James. So you wouldn't be just like your father because you kept getting tough. But you playing the same sport as your father. Now you're on the same team as your daddy because you was never gonna get drafted on your own without your daddy. So I'm not mad that LeBron got him in the league. See, that's what people think I'm wrong or I'm upset about. Because there's a lot of players that got in the league that wasn't really good enough. But they got pulled because their father played in the league. Rick Barry got all three of his sons into the NBA. All three. Luke Walton, who was a decent player, not really NBA player for that long. He shouldn't even have been on the championship Lakers. Shaq's son was not good enough to be drafted. No, he was not. But they don't use half of these players that they draft anyway. 1 or 2 years, they're going to the G League. They sent down, and then they out. Now, talking about you got enough players to win now. D'Lo's opted in. Whose spot Bronny gonna take? You gonna put him in over Christie? Of course. It's like a movie where you know the script. You know everything that's about to go down. Man, look. No. Bronny, what's his lack? Confidence. You said flunky. Yeah. Bryce will be a better fit. LeBron ain't finna leave. He gonna get them. The Lakers are gonna take Bryce, and that's gonna be it. And LeBron gonna play with Bryce and Bronny. Bronny gonna be on the team as long as LeBron is there. Yeah, well, no, I don't. I feel it's different. What's up, Royce? Bronny doesn't look. Bronny just want to play in the league. He feel he can hold his own. He can do something. If Bronny scores 4 points in the game, they happy. This just the storyline. They just want to see him. And I mean, look, it ain't the worst thing that happens in the league. It's just that when you got a team and you're trying to win a championship, you don't want distractions or a sideshow event. If you're a Laker fan, if you're a true Laker fan, you don't want to see this. All you want to know is, dog, who gonna help us win? The Celtics got 18, goddamn it, we gotta go. I'm tired of this, all this, everything. We losing in the first round, and we getting swept by Denver. We losing to the Clippers. This ain't Laker. You don't understand. Laker fans care about winning championships. They don't care about this in-season tournament crap. They don't want that. Real Laker fans don't care. LeBron James fans, they love this. But I don't think it's the worst thing in the world that LeBron has Bronny on the team. We knew he was going there anyway. He's not there to be the savior of the team. He's there as basically the mascot and the headlines and the dog show for the press and all that. That's all he's there for. I feel bad for the kid that he's going through that, but because he's a nice kid and he don't deserve criticism. It's not his fault. So I'm just like that his father is a narcissist who's pushing this agenda through. Now, what's worse in this situation? Giannis got both of his brothers in the NBA. Now, Giannis' other brother, he's out already, but he won a championship before Giannis. Right? They had him in the bubble. So all of Giannis and his brothers got championships. How long did that last? Do the NBA highlight Giannis's story? No. Why don't they highlight Giannis's story? Mm-hmm. Of course, LeBron's the coach. We understand. That's why JJ's there. That's why they lowballed the other coach that the Lakers wanted to hire for real. They wanted to get that guy in there. But he going back to UConn because he knows they ain't finna three-peat. Now all their players is gone. So they was like going back to three-peat, that ain't finna happen. I'm just hoping for Bronny's health. If Bronny didn't have the heart attack, all the stress, the pressure, and all of this, he's gonna have people gonna have to monitor him 24/7. To have that heart condition and to be out doing what he's doing, that's gonna have an effect. No, that's what I'm saying. Should we be upset at Giannis for putting his brothers in the NBA? Have you seen Giannis's brothers play? Do you think they should be in the NBA? Their youngest baby brother might have more game than the other two brothers put together. Giannis and his older brother that's on the team with him played ball together. They immediately went past him and went straight to Giannis. Giannis was the one they wanted. Mm. He gonna be the first player with a curfew from his own teammates. No, I just want him to be healthy. So I'm not mad that he's in the league. I'm just mad at how it's all being organized and structured by the NBA and how it's being hyped up and promoted and thinks this is a good thing for the sport. It's like, okay, you're promoting Bronny as if he's one of the greatest players in the league already, instead of a young man who's looking for an opportunity to try to do something great. He didn't have a great college season or something that's even close to it. Marcus Jordan outplayed him and had a better collegiate career. Mm-hmm. Seth Rollins. Well, he did. Nobody was taking Bronny anyway. No, this is what they're trying to inform all the teams. This was done way in advance. Told them don't anybody try to grow a brain and draft Bronny because he's not going to play for your team. So even if you draft him for the headlines, you wasted a draft pick. He's not going to play for you, and you're going to piss off and feel the wrath of the NBA because you're screwing up their moment. And once he don't play for you and you waive him or whatever, or he'll go back to college. So if that's the case, you're screwed. And then the Lakers are going to pick him up anyway. And you wasted a draft pick. You're going to feel the wrath of the league. And, so you don't want to play those games. This is not just a clutch sports thing. This is a Adam Silver NBA thing. Now you have people inside of the NBA who's sick of it and don't want to see it. Now, all of the Berries to me could play ball way better than Bronny James. John Barry, the other bit two Berries, they were exceptionally good basketball players. They went to good schools. They could play the game. They were schooled. Mm-mm. Yeah, Brent Berry, all of them. So I'm not mad that players have gotten into the league. It's a lot of people who brothers came and played and they weren't great. It's going to be a lot of that going on in this league. Well, if David Stern was living, everybody be gone. Right. Patrick Ewing Jr. played 7 NBA games, one for the Knicks. Exactly. But what? So I'm not mad about that. I know what they're trying to do to say, hey, I gave your son a chance. We got a highlight. That's cool. That's fine. So I'm not mad that Bronny that Bronny got put into that position. I told the Lakers on the tweet that it's a it show because you hired a coach for this. You hired a coach for your team just for your son Bronny coming to the team. Yeah. Well, if you look at it and you start going more and more into the right, you start looking at the overall success of the scenario. These sons or whatever, they really hadn't panned out. A lot of them haven't. Kobe Bryant is, one of was light years better than his father on the basketball court. Yeah, Dwayne Wade's son, he got on the G League, played with Utah in like the preseason, then went to the G League team. So he didn't have the pull as LeBron has in the league to do what he do, but now he's a co-owner of the Chicago Sky. So right, you look at Steph Curry, and Seth Curry. Both of those players were better than their father. Scottie Pippen Jr. is okay, as a G League player, he's okay. Hmm. No. Hmm. Right. Shaq's son had a heart condition, came in there, he played in the league. They used it for press, motivation. That's it. Michael Thompson, Clay Thompson was better than Michael Thompson. But there've been a lot of these sons that just couldn't get there because it wasn't really in them. They've just been around the game because they grew up around it, because seeing all the players, so they feel like, let me do what my dad do. It's nothing different in a lot of these other companies. I'm not mad Bronny is playing with LeBron. Yeah, I'm mad at the sideshow and them altering the whole team around it. You hired JJ Redick for that reason. Mm-mm. Yeah, but if people have any idea as to the lengths they've gone to cover this up. Right. The problem is what they're doing. They're making a sideshow event of it when your goal is to try to win an NBA championship. That's your goal, but you want to make a sideshow event out of it. You want to promote the event. That's telling people, hey, look at this. We got Bronny and LeBron playing together. Ain't that cute? People like, wait a minute. We supposed to be winning a championship. So we gonna take away a coach with no experience, no nothing but coaching doggone 9-year-olds. We gonna take him and say he's qualified for the job. We gonna take a player that averaged 4 points in college and 2 assists and say he's good enough in her second round to get drafted to go to the NBA. You embarrass the system. You've hired a coach because of it. None of these other teams have gone through that process because they were bringing in their son or a son of the league is coming there. So we gonna have to make sure we got training wheels, some coach that can deal with having their son there. So we're gonna have to get JJ Redick, who's gonna bow down to whatever LeBron James wants. So if he says Bronny got to start tonight, Bronny's going to start that night. So we got to get a coach in that's going to do that. So it's going to be more about the sideshow event than it is about trying to win a championship. That's the problem. Not that he's bringing Bronny on to the team. I don't care. I care about Bronny's health more than anything. I would rather him be healthy than anything in this world. Your daddy's a billionaire. You don't have to play basketball. You don't need to do this to survive. But your dad is so frugal, he gonna say, well, you're gonna have to use your NBA money. That's yours. I'll cut you off. So yes, but you forget there's a key word in there, entertainment. It's not entertaining that Bronny James and LeBron is playing together. How they play is entertaining. Once you start getting out of that element of it and start making sideshows, this is worse. This is just like what they do with all of the podcast shows. Podcast shows is not about the topics anymore, the takes. It's all about drama. Oh, he ready to punch him in the face. Oh, he cussed him out. Look, he did something stupid. So now you got to do that every day to try to have yourself trend. So it's like, what can we do to trend? That's what this is. And this is why we are upset. And this is what I said people should be upset about. And this is the problem, because it's a monkey see, monkey do league. They're going to take this and run with it. Other teams will want to do the same type of things and run a play, and they're going to have this whole thing and it's going to promote the league. This does not promote the NBA in a positive way. These are the type of things that get in the way of progress. You know why? Because when you start doing stuff like this, now you want to push a team like this to the championship. Now you want the league want to get behind them and like, wouldn't it be a great story if they won a championship together? Oh, what a story. Now let's push this team. That leads to that. So if you're cheering and applauding for this crap, then they pushing them to a championship, then now you're tainting the game beyond comprehension. And that's what I see for the future. I see them doing this. And I have a problem with that. I want the best team to win because they have the best players. They're playing the best game on the floor. That's where it should be determined. Not in no damn boardroom office marketing room saying, okay, well, how are we going to market this team to get them to the NBA finals? That's bullshit. And no one should accept that, especially if you like the game or you love the game. It's disrespectful to the game of basketball. That's what I hold sacred and dear. So for everybody to say I hate LeBron, that's your comprehension into me loving the game. He's everything that I despise about the game. So of course, me and him ain't gonna be able to get into it. Well, you got to realize there's a lot of people out there that hate to see other people do good. I'm not that person. I'm not like that. But the Lakers look like the laughing stock of the NBA right now. To anybody in the league, they look like a sideshow. They're just getting headlines and press. But what have they done to improve their game? Now, if you're getting all this press, they're going to want you to be that. So you're going to get a leg up by the NBA, the board of governors, and everybody else around. So if they're going to continuously do all that, they're going to put somebody in a position to do something really stupid. We've seen it 100 times before. But as I told you many a times previously, we had to Yeah, we had to take care of need to do situation. Hmm. Bronny's in a rock and a hard place. I don't think he's in a rock and a hard place. All right, just pray that Bronny is healthy, and that's all you can pray for. You know, it's always gonna be a mess, but I'm all about the integrity of the game. When that integrity is compromised, you've already have screwed up with me. And this is why the ratings are going to be down. You think they think because they got this storyline, people are going to want to be attracted to watch it. What the Lakers are going to look like on the basketball court. LeBron's 40. Okay, so you got a 40-year-old basketball player out there on the court. What is that going to look like for you? You know, what sense is that going to make for you? A 40-year-old guy as your second option on the court. And they say, oh, well, that's because Boston and Dallas, that didn't do well. They lost a lot on the ratings because you don't market Boston. You don't market Dallas. You talk about Luca when you're about to, you talk about Luca Doncic when you're about to do something that you don't, or you're about to promote the game, then you're tearing them down the next minute. You like them, you tear them down. You like them, then you tear them down. You only promote Luca on your show a little bit, but it's all about the Lakers. You don't promote Boston. You say, oh, well, we put them on the primetime game. But who are these people? You don't talk about Jalen Brown. You only talk about Jason Tatum, and he's got about the personality of a rock. You don't even market the fact that he was dating LMA, who was a star singer. You didn't even market that. Hmm. Well, after the second year, they would have a decision to make. when they have to re-sign Bronny after 2 years. Bryce just he a sophomore, right? He going into his junior year next year, right? So he going into his senior year next year. So 2 more years, he'll be in the league too. So you're gonna have LeBron, Bryce, and Bronny. Then LeBron could retire. Well, he's damaged the league so much that I can't say there isn't no going back. So everybody's saying like, man, I'll be glad when LeBron's gone so we can get back to basketball. It's never going back to it. It's never. It's screwed up for life. It's like saying, okay, man, I'm tired of all this. Like the people like, man, I'm tired of this fantasy football crap. It ruined the game, the integrity of the sport. Nobody root for a team no more. It's all rooting for players. Screw fantasy football. It's like, dude, you gonna either have to get in line or get over it. It ain't going back. It ain't going back. They love it. Because before that, nobody was gonna watch a Cleveland versus a Cleveland versus the Bears game. Nobody was gonna care. Now they'll tune in and watch it. Besides people from Cleveland and Chicago. Mm-hmm. Well, people don't understand that a whole mess is taking place. Yeah, the league is in perils. This new media deal is only continually going to work as long as everybody's like, oh, this is it. Oh, I love it. We need all this. This is going to be good. All this money coming in. The money is only going to be contingent on the play and the distribution because of the streaming networks. But if it keeps going the way it's going, you're losing money. It's overinflation. That's why you got all this international stuff going on. I keep trying to tell LB, everybody, this whole game is going international. Yeah, well, when people don't get what they want or they see what they want, uh, they concede a lot of the plans that people have laid out in front of them. You're right. Right now, it's about 130 something NBA player. I mean Euro players, like 130 some odd Euro players. Now, now, here's the problem that most people don't seem to get or understand. hmm The problem is the league is going to run into a marketing flow problem with about 134 players that's international. That just grew in this draft. All these players from France got drafted because they got the Olympics going on in Paris, France. They just did the deal with Emirates because they're flying in more international families that's going to have dual citizenship. Like Luca and his parents, they can fly back and forth on a travel visa, family visa, stay damn near as long as they like. All the money internationally that they have, they're going to have basketball tournaments like that in season tournament. They're going to start having those overseas. Plenty soon, they're going to start having 24/7, 365 basketball. Okay? What that is simple. 365 basketball is easy. What they're going to do is go ahead and have tournaments all through the summer. Not saying that all the NBA players is going to be there. This is where your G League players come in at. This is for the players that don't play in the league. Those guys are going to be playing over there when they say, oh, the Clippers are playing right now. And have the Clippers go over there. Or they'll take their superstar team or one of their teams that haven't been selling that well, who don't have struggled. Well, they already did that with the Bulls and Pistons, took them to London. Saying, okay, let's grab the Cleveland Cavaliers. Let's take the Cleveland Cavaliers over to Prague. let's take them over to India. Remember, I told you they're trying to tap into that India market. This is where the plan. This is where the future of the NBA is going, y'all. So y'all got to understand this. Like LB's still trying to hold on to that. No, it's not. It's evolving. It's never going backwards. The NBA does not think season to season. They're thinking 3-4 years in advance. That's how a business thinks. Business cannot think, well, okay, what I'm going to do tomorrow. Mm-hmm. I made it sound that they're going to make the American play irrelevant, which will never happen. It will be no, 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 no. They're always going to have exceptional talent in the pros. Like those players who are exceptional talent here in the United States, those guys are going to make the team, but it's going to get less and less for those other guys who are role players like Bruce Browns. It's going to be real hard for Bruce Browns to make the team. It's already almost at 50% now Euro players. Right now, they're at like 36, 37% of the NBA is Euro players. 37%. It's pretty high. Plus, not all of them has made the final roster. Yes, I saw Power, and Salim was a goofy. Uh, he said that's hires of the year, huh? You really see it like that? Exceptional talent will always be in the NBA, but it's going to get smaller and lesser for those other jobs that used to go to Americans. That's why Kwame Brown was saying it. That's why I was saying it. These players got to wise up. You got to want to wise up. LB was right here on this now too. I wouldn't have been saying it, but I remember when they forced Kevin Durant to go to India. uh, it was crazy. They definitely are heavily trying to market there. They spent a whole lot of money sending Kevin Durant over there, and well, the thing is with Kevin Durant going over there to India, it was a cross promotion with his brand and the NBA. He had to fly to Finland just so he can get to India. Pretty much. So when you start looking at the comparisons of what's going on in the league and all the stuff that's going on here, the NBA is loving to set up the promotions and everything for Kevin Durant as they welcomed him there with open arms as they're trying to expand into other countries. But India is known for its cricket, and cricket is huge, huge in India. Like cricket is king. So it's like saying the NBA will one day rival the NFL. They're not in the same ballpark. But if you want to grow as far as individual player marketing, the NBA is king at that. You will see these guys more and more out there. You see the trophies, you see all of these displays. But what you don't see in fair use act, fair use, we're not displaying the entire videos. We're just giving you an example. Mm. Well, the game is going international. You should see that. Fair use act, fair use act in play. So as you can see, thanks Jack Dog for the content. They bring Kevin Durant to India to help promote and talk to the kids and visit the camps. And the NBA put all this money into basketball camps over there called the NBA Academy. Y'all probably never heard of that. This is an NBA Academy in India. They poured a lot of money into this. So Kevin Durant is teaching the kids in India the game of basketball. Now, there are Indian kids who love basketball, but most of them here have been in America. Most people in India love cricket. That's just it. That is the king sport they play. Most of them dream of being cricket players. So, no, Steph Curry was sent to China. Kevin Durant, who at that time was on the Golden State Warriors, they had won the championship. They beaten LeBron James. So the world has seen who Kevin Durant is on the big stage. So they sending him out to do their ambassadorship. He was the star of the league. You know, you just whooped LeBron, what, 2 times in a row? you know, embarrassing him, despite disposing of them easy. They won 1 game in 2 finals. It's like, are we serious? They were no competition. So now that they dispelled, Steph was sent to Japan. Okay. I know he was sent to one. I thought he went to China, but if you say he went to Japan, that's where he went. So they both went to 2 different directions. Kevin Durant went to India. Steph was over there in China, or this guy said Japan. So as you can see, their job was to be the ambassadors of this sport and take this sport to the next level. Well, India did have a player in the league. They've had about 1 or 2. You forgot Allah Abdanabi? I could never forget that name. Allah Abdanabi. Played for the Celtics. I remember him playing for the Boston Celtics. He played for other teams, but Allah Abdanabi, baby. I think he's on the coaching staff, or he's doing broadcast right now. Yeah, so that's what we talked about then. He played at Duke, then he was a Boston Celtic, then he played at then he played for the Portland Trailblazers. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I've often said Bronny was going to go in the first round. We all knew that, but like I said, that's just really it. So that's that. Love, peace, and hair grease. Shouts out to Kwame Brown, Bus Life, Ticket TV, The Dreamers Pro, Damn DPOV, Armando Black TV. Welcome to HDII TV. Yep, see, I knew I was right. And Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez. Subscribe to his page also. Doing great work out there. Don't forget to join the Patreon if you're not there already. We got videos coming to update you. You're not going to want to miss this video. And trust me, when this video drop, you ain't going to want to miss it. I'm telling you, it's going to be something epic. You're not going to want to miss the Puppet Slayer.
Debo, any rap nigga, he a free throw, man down, call like Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro, nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like